You know, guys, what I really miss about back home in the Philippines is the food. So what we're going to cook today is something that my mom always cooked for us, which is one of my favorite dish, but of course I'm gonna make it a little bit different. Hey, what is up guys? Maidah here, the Drunken Chef, and welcome back to another video, another episode of our cooking trips. Guys, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and don't forget to like this video. Today, I'm gonna show you how to cook pork steak. Actually, this dish has a lot of varieties, which is beef steak, or you can actually use pork steak, and we call it Bistek Tagalog in the Philippines. So I'm really excited, so let's dive into it. So what I got here is a pork loin chops, which is already cut, but for me it's quite huge and thick. So what we're going to do is slice them thinly, so it has a really good bite size into it. Firstly, of course, we have to sharpen our knife. So what I'm doing here is just removing the meat out of the bones and just slice them. So what we're looking is this kind of size. Actually guys, I'm gonna include the bone into my cooking because this gives a really good flavor, like the broth will give umami. Because this is quite thick, I'm just gonna slice them in half, like a butterfly cut. So you want your pork steak a bit thin instead of a chunky pork. Something like that. So you got really nice thin pork. It's not actually quite a bite size, but you know, it's generously good size. Transfer it into the bowl. And now we're gonna marinate our pork. A little tip guys, if you're cooking a Filipino dish, you should use a Filipino ingredients as well. So right now I'm using Silver Swan soy sauce, which is one of my favorite because it's Filipino. So I've got here soy sauce straight into our bowl. I've got fish sauce straight in and water. And we're just gonna add some peppers. We're just gonna mix them so it coats evenly. Okay. Now we're gonna marinate this for at least 2 hours, just for the pork absorb all the marination. But actually you can marinate this overnight. It's actually better. Next, we're going to prepare our caramelized onions, which is usually this dish, you basically dip it on a vinegar, but right now, because I'm doing it a little bit different, I'm going to make the onions a little bit sour, like a pickled onions, so it's like, you know, sweet, like caramelized with some vinegar. So we're just gonna slice them. So we're just gonna slice them. Now I really love onions, so I'm adding 2 onions, but you can add just 1. But for me, pork steak or Bistek Tagalog, I love it when it has a lot of onions, guys. just makes a little bit different. Now, one of the toppings that we're going to use in our pork steak is garlic, but I'm gonna show you how to make the garlic granules, which is the, you know, the flaky, crispy garlic granules. So I'm gonna show you how to make it and how to perfect it. Now, after a while, I've peeled my garlic and we're gonna chop this in our mini food processor. So actually you can do it manually, just chop it with your knife. Just to make our life easier, I'm gonna use this one. Now this is ready, let's check. All right, perfect. So now we're just gonna fry them, and I'm gonna show you how to achieve a really golden color for your garlic granules. Oh, the smell is really good. So right here I got non-stick pan. Just fill them with oil. You have to add extra oil so that your garlic won't burn that easily. It doesn't have to be the oil really hot. Put your garlic straight in. Don't leave your garlic unattended, okay? Your garlic should be like swimming into the oil. And then just, you know, occasionally stir them. So during this stage, your heat should be quite low. Okay, so as you can see, my garlic is now getting there. It's getting a bit golden brown. So just keep stirring. So as you can see, my garlic is now ready. So we're just gonna turn off the heat. And we have to be fast in this, okay? Look at that, guys, really perfect. See? So what we're going to do is strain the oil. So keep the oil, remember, keep the oil. And now what we're going to do is transfer our garlic granules into this paper towel, just to get rid of the extra oil, the excess oil. This will make your garlic granules really crispy. You have to dry them, take out all the excess oil. Look at that, it's really good. And now guys, we're gonna make our caramelized onions. We're going to use our garlic extra oil, okay? Wait, my sister is cooking lunch, so bear with her. Alright, so our onions straight into our pan. Doesn't matter if it's really hot, but just put your onions straight in. And then just, we're gonna give them a little bit of color. Now we're gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Caramelized onion is not really soft onion, but I want to have a little bit crunch on it, like a bite. Now guys, I'm adding a little bit of butter. And now guys, we're gonna add some sugar, brown sugar. You have to be quick in this because you don't want to burn your onions. And now a little bit of vinegar. Look at that, really good. So that's done. And now I'm just gonna transfer my onions into a bowl and set it aside. So guys, my garlic is ready, my onion is ready. So let's cook our pork steak now. So now we're gonna cook our pork steak on the same pan where I cook my onions. So make sure your pan is hot, and I'm also using my garlic oil. Add into the pan. Now we're gonna fry each of our pork steak. Be careful with the oil. Oh, so what we're going to do is fry them both sides, each of the steak we have. We're gonna just roughly fry them, not totally cook it through. So guys, we can actually add all of our pork in now. And at this stage, all of our marination, what is left, we're gonna add it into our pork. Looks really good. So actually guys, we're just gonna simmer this for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the pork size. But for this, I'm gonna simmer it for 10 minutes. So while waiting for that to cook, my sister cooked noodles, lunch break. So guys, my pork steak is ready, and the final touch is our onions. We're just gonna put it on top. Then just scatter them, and then we're gonna add our garlic. Just sprinkle them. Oh, look at that, so beautiful. So my pork steak is ready. I don't have to plate it because this is our dinner later, but first I have to taste it. I found a small piece, so let's try. That's really good, guys. It's really delicious. Perfect. So actually guys, I made a lot of the garlic granules, garlic flakes. You can actually store this for like 2 months or 1 month. Just put it on a bottle or container that is really tight and sealed, and just keep it and use it, especially on top of your foods. Steam rice for a garlic rice. So there you have it.